Will we turn my friend? Stop. Okay, so we have, can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay. So we have about 1 more minute. I'm going to give everybody about 1 more minute to come on. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. And we'll get started from there. I'll let Holly kick it off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. And Holly, if you'll just unmute yourself.
Hey guys. All right. I was going to go ahead and start really quick. I know I'm so excited to finally be able to get on a call. I love doing this business with amazing people and amazing friends, because when your life is going crazy and you cannot be somewhere, your friends pick up and take over. And I'm so thankful for this team and these people on the team. If you don't know what kind of group you're with, guys, we are so blessed. We really are. This. If you had any doubt before, this is a God thing. And I'm proud that you're on this team with us, and that you're able to gain, some different perspectives from so many different leaders on the team. As I was reading chapter 5, and I was going back and looking at everything, this was such a great chapter for me to go over, because the thing is dream big, no bigger. And that is what I had to do for my life. I was a special ed teacher, and I was a foster parent, and I was a a cheer instructor for a competitive all-star team. And I taught privates on the side. I had a lot of different jobs. And I was tired. I was really tired. And really, I needed some extra money. I needed some extra money even through all of those jobs to help my family pay for daycare when we adopted our son. So I found Plexus at a time that was perfect for me. And I think that that's what God has done, is brought Plexus into our lives and taught us how to dream and to dream even bigger. In the book, I'm just going to hit a few things that I really had made notes about. And the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Have you dreamed big? Have you really? Have you wrote down your why? Have you wrote down the big picture, like a year from now? Where do you want to be with this business? Where do you want your health to be? Where do you want your financial freedom to be? Where do you want your time freedom to be? Because I'll tell you, I joined March before last, and when I hit my 13-month mark, I was able to rank up to Emerald, not because of me, but my amazing team. And I just want to say that I really didn't know if I believed in myself at first. And I said that I wanted to do these things, and I made the dream boards, and I put that Lexus on there, and I did all of those things, financial freedom, time freedom. I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And guys, it happened. 13 months later, it happened. Like, who would have thought? I joined this as a what if, and God provided. And I'm just here to tell you, if you're dreaming and you're scared to dream, it's okay. Dream big. Dream really big. Because you know what? Today, I've quit all of my jobs except for Plexus. I have the Lexus downstairs, and I have time freedom, and we are paying off debt that I never would have dreamed would have been paid off. So guys, it's possible if you dream. Now, if you quit or if you slow down, you're not going to get anywhere fast. I'm here to tell you that. But if you dream big and you really do the work and you go all in, then you can do this. In the book, he was talking about, he did it because no one around him would tell him he couldn't. And that was talking about the story with the two little boys, and he was saving his friend, and there was this huge limb, and everybody was like, no, there's no way he pulled that limb off of that tree and saved that 9-year-old's life. And this other guy came through. He's like, yes, he did. He did it because nobody was there to tell them that he couldn't do it. And do you have people in your life that are saying, you can't do this? Are you sure? Do you know what you got yourself into? Do you have those people? Because I did. And you know what? We'll talk about that in a minute. But you need to not listen to those people, because they are bringing you down. You can absolutely do this. Let's talk about being conditioned. Are you conditioned to where you settle for ordinary? I was. I always had this desire in my heart. I always wanted to start a business or say something or do something where I could be an entrepreneur. And I didn't know what I wanted to do, So I was like, well, I might could do this, and I might could make some tutus, seriously. Then I tried something else. I decided I was going to write a book one time, a children's book, because I was a teacher. Let's see, all these kinds of things. Like, I always had it in me that I wanted to do something, but then you had to buy like all this inventory and put all this money into it. So when Plexus came along, I was like, you're telling me I can pay $34.95, start a business, and make money within the first 2 days? And it happened. It happened. Where else can you do this? You can't. So are you settling for ordinary? And here, this extraordinary opportunity has come to you. Are people mocking the dreamers? Are you mocking the dreamers? Are you a dream mocker? Are you making fun of people? Are you probably making fun of us on here saying, yeah, right, whatever. She doesn't make, all that money and drive that Lexus. Yeah, it happens. And it happens for a lot of my friends. And you know what? If it's happened for a lot of us, it can happen for you too. Another thing that he was talking about was people actually find enjoyment in others' failures. And isn't that sad? That is so sad for me because I truly believe and want to lift up my friends. Like, I'm excited when somebody ranks up that's above me or below me or beside me. You know, I may not get to rank up anytime soon, but they're going to get to rank up and they're doing great. And I am so happy for them. But in another side of the business, you may be doing Plexus and your friend or someone is thinking, oh, they're not probably going to spend as much time with me, or they're going to get involved into this Plexus thing. And I mean, that's stupid. What are they doing? Why are they posting that mess? I mean, you know, people like to see other people fail. But guys, what they don't know is that they're just not educated on what Plexus can really do. And it's not their fault. Now it's your job to tell them. And if you're not telling them, someone else is going to tell them. And eventually they're going to try it because they're going to be curious. Too many people are being successful. Right now at this point, I have 22 family members that are benefiting health-wise only and off of medications with Plexus. That is a big deal. My personal family, just 22, not including the hundreds and thousands of people that my friends and family have helped now because of it. These are life-changing products. You have something amazing, and don't let anybody tell you that you don't. Don't listen to these people. He went on to talk about the dream inside of you. So is there a desire, like, you know, I told you I kind of had a desire to be an entrepreneur the whole time. But there's something inside of you to do something more, to be something more. Maybe you're a person that struggles financially, and people have had to give to you your whole life. Maybe, just maybe, with Plexus, you can be the person to help other people. How would that feel? It feels really, really good. And I'll be real with you guys. When I was younger, my parents were divorced, and I remember my mother going to school, and at night, I would stay at home by myself because she would go to school during the day, and then she'd work at night. But I never knew why she had lost so much weight and had gotten so skinny. And I realized because we didn't have the money for her to eat. So she was going through school and putting, sending me to school so I could eat, but she would take crackers to eat at night. And people had to help us. I mean, they did. They had to help us. And for me now to be able to do something as small as give somebody, some money, extra money at church to go on a mission trip or something like that is a blessing to me. And I really don't think that you ever get to the point that you understand stuff until you've gone through it or suffered through it. And so what a blessing it is to be able to help other people and to give back. So just picture your life. Like, how could it change your family? How could $500 change your family this month? How could $1,000? How could $10,000 change your family this month? It's big, and it gets bigger than you. It's bigger than Plexus. It's a God thing. So when you have a desire to do something, and you wouldn't be on this call if not. There's no way you wouldn't be on this call. You wouldn't be listening to us. You wouldn't have any desire about this marketing thing or, this book or anything else if you did not have a desire already in you. So make sure that you are not afraid to, one, believe and achieve it. Do what you've got to do to make it happen. You can do it. You can have anything you want out of this life if you go after it. You need to be passionate. You need to work hard. And you need to wake up each day expecting to do great things. If you've never had that feeling where you work for your dreams and you need to work hard for your dreams. Because you know what? We all hear this. This is not a lottery ticket. This is not something that is going to fall in our laps. We absolutely have to work for this. We have got to be passionate. And if you're not excited when you get up in the morning, then when you have a dream that motivates and inspires you and you're in a hot pursuit of your dream, like he said in the book, you will have a totally different outlook in life. Why? Because you have hope. You have hope for more. You have hope for something better. You have hope that you can make a difference in your family and change other people's lives too. And you can do it. It was funny, I read this, and it's so true. We were created for success, but we have been conditioned for failure. And we think that they'll never come true. I remember when I first signed up, there is no way I'm ever going to be a Jewel. Like, there's no way, not in 5 years. And God allowed me to in 13 months. Like, there is a way if we put in the effort and time and reach out. And you all know this is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the more activity you're going to have. So if you're doing the minimum and you're not getting anywhere, you're going to have to do more. You're going to have to step it up. There's no secret. It's a numbers game. The one that talks to the most people does the best. That's just how it works. And no matter what rank you get to, you never should just go and work only on your team. You need to find new people. You need to find new level ones. You need to continue to grow your business and help other people grow theirs at the same time. When I was reading it, talked about to quit rethinking. Stop living in the past. If you've done something in the past or network marketing or failed or quit a million times, quit quitting. You just quit quitting. Now stop. Now quit coming back and going back and forth and posting 5 days and then posting none. You better stop that mess. You get in, you dive in, you draw your line in the sand and you do it because people are watching you. And if you're not consistent, they're not going to take you seriously. Because you know what? If they're your friend and my friend, they're watching me every day. I'm posting. They're watching you twice a month. Who do you think they're going to come to? Me, because they think I know what I'm talking about. When you may be a nurse and have way more knowledge than I do, but they're seeing what I'm doing. So you be consistent. You don't let me get your customer. You go after your person. You have to think anyway, so why not think big? And I like that. You know, it was talking about, keep your mind aware. Your brain is more aware and complex than a computer system. So look at your dreams daily and stay in with positive people. I don't know about you guys, but this is the most positive thing. I'm 32 years old. This is the most positive thing I've ever been involved in my whole life. Even through teaching special education, I have been able to have people speak more life into me this last 16 months and me in turn be able to breathe life into other people because that life has been breathed into me. So the thing is, I think I've been able to share my faith, Jesus, and helping people more in the last 16 months than 32 years. And that's amazing to me. The people that I'm around daily encourage me and they inspire me. And when I get down in my business and down on myself, they bring me up and they know I need to hear it. And then I snap out of my pity party and I get going again. And that's what we've got to do. The last thing it was talking about in chapter 5 is don't settle. Are you settling? If you're not going to get a sale every day. You're not going to gain a new ambassador on your team every day. That's business. That's network marketing. That's how this works. You're going to get no's. Don't you crumble under those no's. The only reason those people were jewels at that convention was because they got more no's than anybody else yet. So draw your line in the sand. Go all in. Don't settle for less than the top and make this business happen for you. I believe in you guys. I believe this is for anybody that'll put work into it, that'll put effort into it, and that'll love people. So I'm going to I think Brooke or is Rita doing 6? I don't know what y'all decided.
Rita's got it.
Brooke, you're on standby though, sister.
Okay.
I got a 1-year-old over here with a passy, not asleep yet.
Okay. Well,
but I love these chapters. Today I asked our Jewel upline, do you guys really set goals? Do you guys set goals and do you write them down? And yes, they do. I already knew the answer to this, but I just wanted to ask them to make sure I could come back and say, I asked our Jewel upline this. And yes, everybody does this, guys. If you do not write your goals down, they're not real yet. You're not all in until you make your list of goals. Sorry, I'm in the shadows over here. So this chapter was talking about dreaming big. And what I love about Plexus is that we can dream as big and as wide and just anything that you can imagine with this in your life, you can accomplish with Plexus. But the dreams are, what we want our final destination to be. Our goals are going to be the steps that we have to take to reach our dreams. I got a little button pusher, sorry. So there's a couple of steps that that he mentioned in this chapter to set goals. The first one is, and you need to write this down if you have not gone through this chapter and written this down yet. I read this book when I first joined Plexus, and it was a game changer for me, and this chapter especially. The first one is have a goal that motivates you. And I will tell you, if you're writing a goal for yourself, we are very easy to let ourselves down. But if you are writing a goal for your family, we will move mountains for our family. We will move mountains to make sure that our kids have everything that they need, have their college paid for, that they're not ever going to have to worry about money. So just make sure you have a goal that motivates you, and that's going to be your why. Number 2, have specific measurable goals. Okay. And what I mean by that is specific and measurable. Okay. So if I just said, I want to earn some extra money. Okay. Well, let's say I earned $50 last month. Have I met my goal? I don't really know. If I said I want to make $50, then yes. So write down how much money you want to make, or whatever your goal is. I want to be able to make my house payment, my car payment, my whatever payment. And when they are specific, they need to make sure that, that we have times and dates with that. Make your goals have time boundaries. So if I want to say, okay, let's say, by July next year, I want to be Emerald. I've got my time frame. That's my goal. And just because I've written it down then does not mean that I can't change it. I've had to change my goals a lot along the way. I've had to change my time frame, especially these last few months. But that's okay. I still have the same goals. I'm just having to shift and accommodate and take new action steps to be able to make those goals happen. If you don't have a time frame, you are not fully committed to this. So whatever rank you are, and we were talking about, not just talking about ranks, talking about where you want your points to be, even if it's not enough points to rank up to the next level. Just say, I want to increase my points 50 points by next month. Like making sure that you have that measurable time frame there. The next one is, you need to put a star by this one. You have to have an action plan. Sorry, guys.
Give me a second.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So yes, definitely star that number 4. Have an action plan to reach your goals. We've been talking on our Jewel thread about how we want to start, a thread with our leaders or our team or our level 1s or 2s. We haven't really specified yet about point goals. Not just if you've ranked up, you've seen the point stalker threads where we've kind of chased points, but we want to do that for every single level. Guys, we want you to say, okay, by the end of January, or excuse me, end of June, I want to have, 300 points. And at the end of July, I want to have 450 points. So if I need 150 points, what does that look like? What does that mean for me? And, if you do it that way, I always tell my team to think a month in advance. Okay, so if you want those 450 points at the end of the week, at the end of the month, that means that you've got to add them, that you need to start adding them this month. The sense of urgency for adding, I also talked to my team about that today, is always a month ahead. You guys want to think about a month ahead, and I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm talking on in just a few minutes closing out the month. But this really all ties together. What was your action plan for June? This Summer 60 is all about sitting down, spending 60 minutes, reaching out, developing goals, following through. Certainly you set a goal at the beginning. What does it look like? Does it look like 3 ambassadors? And if you haven't reached that, then, what is your action plan? What are you going to do in the next 2 days? Okay. So the point goal is a really, really good thing that we really want to start emphasizing. So, and that could be a good action plan. That's an easy, obtainable action plan for every single person. It kind of allows you to get to know the compensation plan as well and the point system, because, if you're new starting out and you want 25 points next month, well, what does that look like for you? That's 5 people. You can do that. So have an action plan and to reach your goals. It's the best way to do it. Don't just blindly lead yourself into the next month and say, oh, well, if I add 3 people, then I'll get so-and-so points. That is if all their orders go through, and, know what's going to happen leading into it. Always think a month ahead. Number 5, write everything down. And this is my weakness. My people know I don't write stuff down. I mean, that's awful. I can't. It's just like all in my head. But I will tell you this. As I was ranking up, I would always write down my points. Always. I am a math person. And every single month, I knew exactly where my points were. I knew exactly how many level 1s, level 2s, level 3s I needed, and so on. So get to know your compensation plan. Get to know how many points each level is worth. Write that down. If you are a writer, write down, I will accomplish blank. I will reach blank. Write that down each month. When 4 and 5, I think, go together. 4 was, and somebody commented, what was number 3? Number 3 was have time-bound goals. So set a time frame for it. But number 4 and 5 really, I think, go together, because whatever your action plan is what you should write down with that goal. I will do this. I need 20 points, so I will add, 5 people or 4 people, whatever. I'm a math teacher. Well, I was a math teacher. Was that? No. Okay. So there we go. That's that. So if you're not a writer like me and you don't like to write stuff down, then write your points down. That's really easy. Everybody can do that. Hold on. I think I need to mute somebody. Okay. So the next one was, let's see. Hold on. I need to see who I need to mute.
We have 1 hour to, right? Whee!
Okay, if y'all could, I'll just mute yourself if you're not muted. Oh, here we go. Hold on, just give me 1 second, guys.
Radio. Radio. Radio.
Hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay, got it. Okay, so number 6 is take action daily. Okay, y'all, what are we doing? What are we doing? Summer 60. Bam. We are already doing this, okay? We are already committed, June and July, to spending 60 minutes, and in that 60 minutes, you need to take action on this type stuff, okay? So I really don't have to preach a lot on that one because we're already doing this, or you should be if you're not already. Here's a big one, okay? Another one to star. Number 7, never quit. Never quit. Never quit. We get so caught up in, oh, well, I'm not Ruby, so I'm not making $2,000. I'm not Emerald, so I'm not making $10,000. I'm not so-and-so. Okay, well, let's stop right there. What are you making? Are you making $1,000? And, a year ago, if somebody were to say, hey, in a year, you're going to be making $1,000 a month from posting on Facebook. What do you think about that? So you really need to put that in perspective, what we have. And it may take you a little bit longer. I know you all have heard this a million times, but don't give up on this. This is something special that we have going on. And I really love this quote, or love this. It says, once you determine your goals, resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed. And I mean, that's just amazing. If know that this business is going to present some very difficult times. Know that your team is going to go through some difficult times. Know that personally in your business you're going to go through some difficult times, and know that the company is going to go through some difficult times. And in your mind, now that you know that, tell yourself, okay, even though that's going to happen, I will not quit. I will keep going, because guess what? It's all about seasons. And when that hard time hits, what's after that? A good time. When the hard time for, your team hits, what's after that? A good time. Good things will come after those storms. So do not quit. That's the big, big thing. You're missing out on so much more. Yes, I can repeat that. It says, once you determine your goals, resolve in advance that you will persist until you succeed. So tell yourself, in advance, go ahead and mark that line in the sand. I will not quit. No matter what is thrown my way, I know the good of this company and the good of this business. Okay, so I really, really like the closing of this chapter. It talked about a daily to-do list. We are in Summer 60, and we didn't really focus a lot on a daily to-do list. We kind of gave y'all some topics or some things to do, your 531 and follow up and all that. But that's a good idea to start doing if you're not doing anything, is make that daily to-do list. I know a lot of times people are concerned with the amount of hours that they spend with Plexus, and this is a good way to say, wake up in the morning and say, okay, look, this is what I want to accomplish today. This is what's going to make me feel successful with my day. So once you have all those things checked off, then you're good. Go spend some time with your family. And I think that will help us prioritize, our day. And I love this. This is really good. Either you will run the day or your day will run you. And to me, that is amazing. Plan things out, make your to-do list and run your day. Do not let the day run you. That's kind of in closing for that book, or for chapters 5 and 6. But I really, really, really like these action steps in chapter 6 for sure. And all of that leads me into kind of closing and talking to you guys about the month's end. Y'all, we have tonight and we have tomorrow to close this month out. If you do not already have a month ahead mindset, you need to get it now. There's two types of people in this business. There's one type says, okay, well, I know I've got this person sitting on the fence, and I may get them at the end of June, or I might wait till they get paid in July. And then the other person is like, I'm going to get this person now. And I'm going to tell you, that sense of urgency needs to be there, and it needs to be now. Because the next best option might come along July 1st and take them from you. So what I'm trying to tell you is, really think about closing all of your fence sitters now, this month, today. And those action steps that you set in June, you need to look back and say, okay, did I accomplish this? And close those deals, close everything, because when July 1st rolls around, we're going to make a whole list of new ones, okay? And if you wait and add those people and you say, okay, well, I think I can close a deal on the end of June, or I might just try to get on July. Well, guess what? You've given up on one of the best times to close deals, which is the end of the month. And you've pushed them to the beginning. So now your goals are going to seem easily accomplished because you're like, oh, well, I got them now. It's the first of the month. I got my one. I'm done. Whereas if you would have added them at the end of June, your June would be successful, and now you've got new goals for July. So close out June strong. Get all of your potentials. Get them added. Get your customers going. Close all of those deals. July 1st, open up the doors to brand new ones. And I'm telling you, if you will live month to month like that, your business will explode. Have no carryovers. Do not wait. You need to feel a sense of urgency to add these people every single month on month end. Okay, I cannot stress that enough. Close every door and then reopen new doors on July 1st. That goes for customers. That goes for ambassadors. You will feel a sense of accomplishment when that takes place at the end of the month. But the name of the game, guys, I cannot stress this enough. The name of the game is you've got to keep adding. We've got to keep adding. We've got to close out all of these people, and we've got to add. And July is going to bring a whole new world for us. And if we're doing these Summer 60 and we're making these action steps and we are making to-do lists and we are setting new goals for ourselves, July could be explosive. So the biggest thing that I want you to carry away from what I'm saying is, use tomorrow, spend tomorrow, follow up with all of your people, try to get as many people added tomorrow as you can. And when July 1st rolls around, let's open up brand new doors that you never even thought about. So let's see, Holly, Rita, do y'all want to?
I was just going to add, talking about goals, Brooke, I love that. That's exactly what I do. At the end of the month, I'm like, who do I have that's been kind of pushing me to the side? Like all month long, I've been waiting, like, let's get this done right now. And sometimes I'll say, I really want to do this before we close out the month. And sometimes that gives them a sense of urgency as well. But I love that. That's what I try to do too. And so when you're coming off a big, like, end of the month, if you don't add them this month, you won't get points for them next month. Like, it's so important to get in that mindset. And with, as far as setting goals, I'm sorry, I had a crying baby. I don't know if we talked about, we need to set daily goals of what that looks like. Was my day successful? My goal is to reach out to 5 new people. Did I reach out to those 5 people? It needs to be tangible. It needs to be measurable and objective. So you can say, check, I did that. And then monthly goals, like I have a monthly goal of I want to lead or have a get together or a meeting with my team at least once a month, like a face-to-face meeting. Weekly goals, I want to make sure that I'm doing a weekly Zoom call, that I'm doing XYZ, following up with my level 1s per week or per month, or, just have goals for day, month, and week. And that way you can check those off as you go through that. And what we have found with Summer 60 is when we block off that time, oh my gosh, we can get so much done with this rather than kind of dragging it out. And it is giving me freedom from not just checking my phone all the time, but just to reiterate, this is truly the opportunity of a lifetime, and you need to feel that urgency. When you set yourself some timelines and some time frames and set yourself some goals, if I'm working toward a goal, I am going to get it done. If I'm just floating around in space, it's not going to happen. We spend more time planning our vacation than we do planning our life. We will plan where we're going to eat, what we're going to do that day, how much money we need, and we do not plan things for our life. How silly is that? Make a plan for your life. I want a house that is this big and then it's paid for, and I want to be completely debt-free, and I want to be able to support a mission, and I'm taking steps towards that. What's the most important thing? First of all, I've got to get debt-free. What does that look like? I need to make this much money a month. What does that mean? I need to reach out to this many people. I need to rank up to this level by this month. Take this weekend after you have really pursued your business and really get your timeline of your goals and your dreams. Guys, we were not put on this earth to go to work and die, okay? Like, God has huge things for us, and when we decide, you know what, we can't do that, when we let others tell us that, we are putting a limit on what God can do, and there is no limit with that, and there is no limit with this. So just let Him use you in this, but it's going to take you giving it all you've got. He brought this to you. You have got to give it all you've got in order to succeed and just go nuts with it.
One thing I want to add too about the adding and closing out the month. If you are already silver, this is something you can pass down to your downline. If you're not silver, one thing that I really love to tell my team and my people, you really want to focus on trying to go silver or trying to get that third person at the end of this month, because that means you're going to get that $100 bonus on your July 15th paycheck. And, if you add that third person on July 1st, you're not going to get that $100 bonus until your August 15th check. So, and I know most of us know that, but your downlines may not know that. So go on your genealogy report. Look at those people that have, that are senior ambassadors, or maybe that have one ambassador. Talk to them tonight or tomorrow morning and say, hey, let's go ahead and get these people off the fence. Let's go ahead and get you 2 more people so you can get that $100 bonus on July 15th. Let's not wait until August 15th, which is what will happen if you wait until July. Always, 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 give them that sense of, let's go ahead and do this now. Let's try to do this now. And when you put the whole bonus perspective of July 15th versus August 15th out there, it just seems to have more of a impact on people. So, Holly, do you have anything?
I love everything, because even though, like, I'm on here with you guys, like, there's stuff that you say that I need to hear, it's kind of neat. I kind of needed some of that stuff in different ways that you bring stuff to your people that I can go back and tell some of mine that couldn't make it tonight. So I appreciate it. I love you guys. I'm praying for your team. I'm praying for my team. And as always, this may be a little bit slower pace than you're used to from January and February and March, guys, but it's still a good thing, and it's still every bit worth it. So don't give up. Keep pushing. When it's slow, push harder, because when it comes time for you to really benefit from all of this hard work, it's going to be a sweet deal for you.
Amen. All right, guys. Well, thank you all so much for coming on, and we will do this again next week. So keep doing your Summer 60 for sure. Thanks, guys.